since the big win? Is it? I mean, has things changed for you? Has life been any different for you at all?
No, it hasn't changed. I was back in the gym on the Monday. Life was back to normal, being in the gym all day, every day. I messaged Shelby on the Monday telling him that I was back training and I wanted to get back in there, but I've still not heard anything, so just keep my fingers crossed and keep training.
What was Sean's message to you? Did he tell you, like, hey, stay out of the gym for a little bit, or what was his message back to you?
Short and sweet, it was okay. So not the response I was expecting, but I suppose at least he knows that I was training and I'm keen to get back in there.
How's this experience for you? I mean, dealing with the media as much as I know you have. I mean, you seem to me very, like, I think you'd prefer to just not have to talk to us if you didn't want, kind of reserved and just want to fight. So what's it been like for you, this process of understanding, like, you've got to be out there and doing interviews and talking?
Yeah, it's nothing against you guys. It's just the person I am. I'm quite quiet, shy, and but yeah, it's part of the job, and I just don't like talking about myself, and I just kind of like keep myself to myself. But I mean, I know it's part of the job, and I'm happy to talk to you guys. But yeah, I just don't like talking about myself.
So once you said you're shy and a very quiet person, why did you choose sport like this, public sport, right?
I chose it because I took it up as a hobby and I love the sport and I love doing it. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, I just do it and I love it.
Joe, there's a lot of speculation that on Friday one of the EMEA events that the UFC are going to hold this year is going to be in Scotland. Can you just talk about, if that is announced, what that will mean to you being Scottish?
It'd be awesome if they announced it, and just not for me, for the sport. I think in Scotland we need a boost, and obviously it'll give opportunities to some of my teammates, hopefully, open doors. So yeah, but if I was part of it, it's the first time they come to Scotland, so it would be awesome.
So you had a great performance in your UFC debut against the South Korean. You hit her with some very heavy shots. Were you surprised you didn't manage to put her away, considering the amount of shots that she ate?
I wasn't surprised. I knew she was tough, I knew she was going to give me a good fight, so I just enjoyed the fight, and I think if it went a couple more rounds then I would have been able to stop her. I think I just got into my rhythm in the third round. She was southpaw, and southpaw is sometimes a wee bit not hard to deal with, but you have to kind of tailor some things to their southpaw stance. So, but yeah, I think I would have stopped her in a couple of rounds.
And like you said, you were back in the gym on a Monday afterwards, but ready to train, ready to fight. Anyone in particular that pops up on your radar that you think might be a good fight for you?
I'm number 6 now, so I'm looking up, and the next one up is Tisha, so she's ranked number 5, and if I have to go up the rankings, then that's what I'll do. And obviously I like to stay active, so that would be another 5 fights, so I would be looking for that.
A bit jealous that maybe you can't fight here on Saturday night with 25,000 plus fans are going to expect it in the arena?
Yeah, this is my third time being in Sweden, and I said that to my fans, I want to be coming here not as a guest fighter, I want to be as a fighter. That's what I love, and the sport here is awesome, and like you say, Saturday's going to be an awesome card, so to be part of that would be awesome, doing what I love.
Well, Joe, you're very close with Aisling Daly in the Ultimate Fighter House. Have you come over to Dublin, or is there any plans to go over to SBG, mix up the training from the Dinky Ninjas?
Yeah, we did talk about it in the house. Ash is an awesome fighter. She's really unique in her style, and she makes really good this special breakfast she makes. So I've asked her for the recipe, but maybe I could go over and she could make it for me, and we could get a wee bit of training together.
Is that something you'd be interested in doing, going down with John Kavanagh and the team they have down there in Long Mile Road in Dublin?
John Kavanagh and my team are pretty close, I would like to go out and train, but I like to do if it was out of fight camp, then I would go over, yeah. But, after leaving the tough house, I just want to stay with my own team, and, these are future opponents now, even Ash, So I just, after the house, we spoke a little bit, but now we know it's back to business.
Well, like you said, you're looking towards the title. You're trying to climb that ladder. Though the next one to get her shot is the Polish fighter Joanne Calderwood, whose name I'm sorry. Yeah, who gets the shot at the Carlos Barza. What are your thoughts on that fight, and who do you have picked as a winner?
I hope Joanna wins because I think that would be a perfect fight for me. We're both stand-up fights and it would be a good fight for the fans, but you can't cancel Carl out. She does the one thing she does and she does it well, so I think it's a really interesting fight, and if Joanna can stay disciplined enough and if she gets down, gets back straight back up like what she done with Claudia, then it could be her night.
Well, looking back at the fight, so a lot of people were critical of Joanna's last performance of a decision. Some people didn't think it should have gone her way. What did you think about the judge's decision?
Yeah, I thought it was really close, and I'm not a judge, I'm a fighter. I was looking at them and I thought it was really uncool the way she was dealing with her fingers and stuff. I thought that's not good, but yeah, it was pretty close. But like I say, I'm not a judge, so.
Yeah, you're obviously a stand-up fighter, and looking at this division, obviously you're in a perfect position to challenge for a title in the short coming years. Do you see any potential new colleagues in that division? Are there any other strawweight fighters that you think should get the call to the UFC?
Outside of the UFC, you've got Katja, who's the Invicta champion, who has only been beaten by me. So maybe if she wants to come in and we can do it again, then I think she deserves a shot, especially if she's the Invicta champion. And then whoever fights her and maybe beats her, then they obviously deserve a spot, but no one else. I'm just concentrating on the girls that are in here. Yeah.
Well, we've got a huge fight coming up this weekend, but also next week we've got a mega fight in Las Vegas, Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz. I just want to, what are your thoughts on that fight, and who do you have picked as a winner in that bout?
I'm going to go with my favourite fighter, Anderson. I think Diaz has not really changed the fighter, so I think Anderson will win, hopefully by knockout.